What's up, guys? Welcome back to the bianconerizonechannel for another daily news video on this Friday, the 20th. And what a day it has been, right? It's like things keep getting worse. I will say that. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and hit that bell notification. Now, in this video, because everybody knows what's gonna happen, what happened, excuse me, today. I'm not gonna discuss every single point because me and Julian will have a live after this video. So if you watch this video, go watch a live after this. Even if it's already been taking place, you can rewatch it. And I will go into more, or we will go into more things that came out today. So I'm just gonna go big picture in this on this one. So the news broke that again the prosecutors of the FA, the Football Federation in Italy, they asked for a 9-point deduction for Juve this season, during the season, now. So they want it to happen now. So 20th of January, 9 points gone, sitting back at 8th place. That's what they have asked for. Fines, bans for all the managers, 10 months. You all read the news basically. You all did that. Everybody knows about that. Now, before we go into details, this is what they asked for. Now it's in court basically, and they need to decide if they're gonna uphold it, meaning yes, they will reopen the case, because keep in mind this case has been closed about a year ago. Remember the transfer market saga, where they, in the documents, they stated, yeah, but on transfer market the values are less. So that's a shambolic state Italy is in, and they reopened that case, or the prosecutors wanted to reopen that case and ask for this. Excuse me. Now keep in mind, other teams are involved. The funny part is, for all the other teams, nothing changed. Like, they didn't change a single euro in the fine, nothing. Only for Juve, they asked for 9 points. That's the only thing they changed. So that's number one. The second point is that the leading prosecutor, I know people are saying he's an Inter fan, whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point, because his statement has been reported. It doesn't need to be you're an Inter fan or you're a Roma fan or whatever. It's ridiculous, because his literal, like, what he said, and apparently it's on black and white, it has been reported, is that he said Juve, he didn't talk about points. He said they need to go down behind Roma now, out of the European places. So going off that quote, in my opinion, when I read that quote, I was like, this is not about investigations. This is about, personal vendettas or something like that. Because when you use a specific word, like, there's no logic behind it. It's just, they need to go behind Roma, out of the European places. That's it. Like, that's the statement. There's no logic behind it. Like, there's no calculation matter. For the Plus Valenza thing, and yet they use transfer market afterwards by the owner, or like the creator of transfer market. That guy, he laughed about it. He's like, this is not a job. Like, I make up stuff. But those are the things that are happening today. Like, it feels like it's all, how do you want to say that? Like, it's all in the moment. Like everything that has been coming out today has been decided on the moment. 9 points. After he said they just need to go behind Roma, out of the European places this season. All those things. Now, apparently, if the court says, yes, we agree, then it goes, again, into immediate effect, and we would get deducted 9 points. Now the club can appeal that, so who knows? Apparently there are, while I'm recording this, so it's almost 9 p.m. for me, the decision from the court had to be come out by this time. Like, it needed to come out. It hasn't. Let me check, because no, it hasn't. So I'm assuming it's gonna be for Monday, because everybody was reporting Di Marcio. It's gonna happen soon. That's already almost 2.5 hours ago. So I'm assuming that's not really coming today. So it's apparently gonna be Monday. But if they say yes, you get deducted 9 points by the letter of the law, they claim, while you can appeal that. mid-season. Like that's the mess that's has been created. Now the clubs, Juve included, it's Genoa and other clubs. I don't know. They already appealed this decision or like this thing, basically claiming like you cannot reopen a closed case. Apparently that's a thing in Italy. I don't know. I'm just a football fan. I just go off what has been put out there, by journalists and all those things. Other than that, I have nothing. You just need to go off not sentiments but feelings. Like I said, when the statement is they need to go behind Roma out of the European places, then it doesn't feel like it's a calculated thing. Like when you come out with these words, why behind Roma? Why out of the European places? Why that specific at this moment in time? So if it was one, like let's say we were sitting third, like now, Roma was sitting in 7th or 8th, but it was only 1 point difference. Was a point deduction then gonna be 1 point? If you know what I mean? Like it's a weird, really weird situation. And some things are not adding up. On top of that, and we will go into that in the live, apparently the things they are looking at, plus Valenza, they are 3% of our entire, how do you want to say that? So the plus Valenza they are talking about is, I don't know how many million it was, 60 maybe? In the grand scheme of things, it's about 5%, something like that, of the entire revenue we had in that particular season. So that's what they are looking at apparently. I don't, like, it's all, blurry at this point. But the things coming out and the way it has been conducted, it just feels amateuristic. Like it is what it is. Like it's weird. Like everything stays the same, but you guys get 9 points deducted. On top of that, firstly, I will say you need to just go behind Roma at this moment in time. Out of the European places, that's the specific words. So again, if we were 1 point clear of Roma, sitting 8, would the punishment be 1 point? Like it's all very iffy. I don't know. Now the club hasn't put out a statement because I saw a lot of people saying why are they silent? Because they did that. I think it was in December maybe, or like the beginning of January. I think in December, where they said we did nothing wrong. Like it is what it is. Like yes, the things will come out, or like they will do their thing, but we did nothing wrong. Like nothing changed. The club also said like they reopened the case on things that they believe they have new information, and the club put out there they have no new information. Nothing changed compared to a year ago when the court said no prosecution because there's nothing in there. So I'm very interesting to hear, because at this point we don't know what are the new elements, because that hasn't come out at this point. Like nobody knows. They just come out, the news came out saying we are asking for a 9-point deduction, but the fact of what new thing that you guys use to claim a 9-point deduction, which you didn't had a year ago when the court said no prosecution, no punishment, that hasn't come out yet at this point. So we don't know what the new elements are, which they are claiming, and the club is claiming there are no new elements. Excuse me. So let's see. Again, I can click upload this video and the news comes out of blah blah blah, all those things. So I don't know. So keep that in mind while watching this video, because apparently it needed to come out, but as I keep checking, and there's still nothing that has come out at this point. So yeah, but that's the situation. It's a mess, I don't know if it's gonna uphold. I don't know what the club is gonna do. I don't know if the court is gonna say yes. I don't know. The only thing we know for a fact is we are in this situation because of bad management. That's a fact. Like you cannot deny it. You can also say Agnelli did a great job, but like a lot of people don't want to hear the but, because but look at the other years. Yes, but the club is in a complete shambolic state. That's also his work under his time at the club. Like you cannot just look at the good things and forget about the bad things, because the club is in a complete shambolic state now. Like we have board members who have no idea of football. You have Allegri who's probably gonna walk. You have a team that's injury prone and just not good enough in general, overpaid. You have Cherubini who might get suspended. You don't know. The club has been left in a shambolic state, and you can say great work, Agnelli, for so many things, but I'm not gonna forget about the last 3-4 years. That's a no go. You need to look at both things, and whatever you build up, it's kind of crumbling at this point. It is, and basically you left, or you have been told to leave, but like you left a complete mess around for the guys filling in now, having an absolutely horrendous job to do. Like it's a bad job to do. Nobody actually, I believe, nobody really wants to do it. Like nobody's jumping for that job to do that. So you need to also take that into consideration, but it is what it is. I think we just need to wait now until that court makes a decision, and then probably until Juve make their move. I don't know what, but that's the situation at this moment in time regarding the Plusvalenza. That's the story that dominated today. No transfer news and all those things. But again, do check the live because we will go into detail and more things. And maybe by the time we start the live, the court made their decision. Whatever, I don't know. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification. Thanks for watching, and we will see you back in a few hours.